Like geddytrey on stuff, whooshy gives a proper reaction.
And now for something completely different.
Eminem fans, stans, and stanettes. I don't know if he uses a different term for gender. Prob's not. He does use the word Eminem, the Slim Shady LP, PSA is the first one that we're going with. Although I am noticing that it is only 30 seconds long. I think these are in the right order. I have been assured that they are. If they're not, let me know in the comments down below. If there's any that you want me to do, let me know in the comments down below too. Without further ado, like, comment, sub, let's go. I also have lyrics up if we need them.
This is a public service announcement brought to you in part by Slim Shady. The views and events expressed here are totally fucked and are not necessarily the views of anyone. However, the events and suggestions that appear on this album are not to be taken lightly. Children should not partake in the listening of this album with laces in their shoes. Slim Shady is not responsible for your actions. Upon purchasing this album, you have agreed not to try this at home. Anything else?
Yeah.
I thought I could hear.
Don't do drugs.
I thought I could hear him whispering, "Don't do drugs." At this point, I don't know. I don't know if he does drugs or not. Although I'm pretty sure somebody said he's got a song called Rehab, so probably. I don't know. But I thought I heard somebody whispering.
Slim Shady is not responsible for your actions. Upon
Tie
purchasing
your
this album,
shoes.
you have agreed not to try this at home. Anything else?
Yeah. Don't do drugs. Hi, my name is. My name is.
I've
My
heard
name
this.
is Slim Shady. Hi, my name is. My name is. My name is. Slim Shady. My name is. Excuse me. My name is. Can I have the attention of the class for 1 second? My name is.
I knew I'd heard it from a song. For years I've been like, where have I heard that? Battle rap. Shotty Horror is a battle rapper from the UK, and an extremely good one. You know, he's even rapped against people like Arsenal from the USA. Who else did he battle? Hitman Holler from the USA as well. John the Don. I'm just saying some USA names because you probably know those ones, but you know. Charlie Clips as well. He's battled him in the UK. Insane battles. But when he battled Jay Madden, he did this chicka 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 chicka, and because he had a lot of Eminem bars. By the way, if you are an Eminem fan, most of the things I know about Eminem are from battle rap.
Stop biting Shady when you're writing your shit. You're like a fat slut on a bike in a gym because you're trying to be slim. Yo, I think he's got a mannequin with an Ailey Jane mask on that he tied with a string that he keeps besides Bizarre, Con Artist, Conniver and Swift. I bet you've got bottles of peroxide air dye in your sink and 2 tattoos on your back that say Mariah and Kim.
Alright, I'll be honest with you. And little tidbits of information that I've heard about him from other people in interviews, just saying how great he is, you know? But that whole chicka 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 thing, brev, is that like his thing then? Because Shotty Horror kept doing it. He did it constantly, and he was mocking somebody who is like an Eminem clone or trying to be. I've heard this song before.
Excuse me.
It would have been years ago, though.
Can I have the attention of the class for 1 second? My name is. Hi, kids. Do you like violence? Wanna see me stick 9-inch nails to each one of my eyelids? Wanna copy me and do exactly like I did? Try sit and get fucked up worse than my life is? My brain's dead weight. I'm trying to get my head straight, but I can't figure out which Spice Girl I wanna impregnate. And Dr. Dre said,
Slim Shady, you.
Is that actually Dr. Dre? Slim Shady, you a basehead. He said he tried Sid. Try Sid and get effed up worse than my life is. Try Sid. What's Sid? What do they call Sid in America? What could Sid be? Am I being mentally dull? I like the my brain's dead weight, trying to get my head straight. I like that. Want to see me stick 9-inch nails through each one of my eyelids? Why is 9-inch nails? Is that 9-inch nails? 9-inch nails. Want to see me stick 9-inch nails? Why is that capitalized? Let's go.
Price it and get fucked up worse than my life is. My brain's dead weight. I'm trying to get my head straight, but I can't figure out which Spice Girl I want to impregnate. And Dr. Dre said,
Slim Shady, you a basic. Then why's your face red, man? You wasted.
well, since age 12, I felt like I'm someone else, cause I hung my original self from the top bunk with a belt. Got pissed off and ripped Pamela Lee's tits off and smacked her so hard I knocked her clothes backwards like crisscross. I smoke a fat pound of grass and fall on my ass faster than a fat bitch who sat down too fast. Come here, slut. Shady, wait a minute. That's my girl, dog. I don't.
Oh, Brev. Shady, wait a minute. That's my girl dog. Where he's talking about faster than a fat bitch who sat down too fast. I guess that is fast, but you don't need to put the word fast twice in there. Faster than a fat bitch who sat down too fast. But you already said the word faster than. So you're obviously... It's obviously fast. I don't know. Got pissed off and ripped Pamela Lee's dick off. I'm sure he said tits off. Since age 12, I've felt like I'm someone else because I hung my original self from the top bunk with a belt. Brev. Even...
give a fuck. God sent me to piss the world off. Hi, my name is... What? My name is... My name is... Slim Shady. My name...
I know that I've definitely heard this before. But I know that I haven't heard this since I was, like, younger. So did they do, like, a different version for the TV or the radio or something? Wherever it was that I heard this. Because I'm sure if I'd have heard a bar about impregnating a Spice Girl, maybe I just didn't understand it. Maybe I didn't understand the accent. My first guess is probably the correct one, that they definitely did like a radio-friendly version. Because you can't say that you want to impregnate the Spice Girls, can you? Or you want to impregnate one of them, clearly. And you also can't say that you hung yourself from the top bunk. Surely you can't say those things. I tried Sid, get effed up. Like, this was 90s, I think people were saying, his first album. This is his first album. We've already done Infinite on the Patreon, but this is his first album, right? Because people were telling me I shouldn't have done Infinite. Because that was like way back in the day rap. So maybe that was like 80s. I don't know how old. Slim Shady. My name is Slim Shady. But did he release this as Eminem or did he release this as Slim Shady then? Because imagine, he's got a real name. And then he's releasing this as Eminem and telling you he's Slim Shady. Is that not a little bit confusing?
My name is... What? My name is... Slim Shady. My name is... What? My name is... My name is... Slim Shady. My name is... My name is... What? My name is... Slim Shady. My English teacher wanted to flunk me in junior high. Thanks a lot. Next semester I'll be 35. I smacked him in his face with an eraser. Chased him with a stapler. Stapled his nuts to a stack of paper. Walked in a strip club, had my jacket zipped up. Flashed the bartender, then stuck my dick in a tip cup. Extraterrestrial, running over pedestrians in a spaceship while they screaming at me. Let's just be friends! 99% of my life I was lied to. I just found out my mom does more dope than I do. Damn. I told her I'd grow up to be a famous rapper. Make a record about doing drugs and name it after. You know you blew up.
Yo, a man can relate. A man can relate. That must be correct about his mum as well, because you can't just say that. You can't just say that about your mum if it's not true, can you? Can you? Can you just lie like that? I'm sure you can lie, but usually rappers lie about like, oh, I've caught a body. I stabbed someone. I shot someone. Like, no, you didn't, bro. You were eating lasagna at home with socks and slippers on. Batty man. You can't just lie about somebody else, can you? Can you do that? I hope that he's not lying, because if he's not lying, a man can relate. Because he was talking about himself as a kid, do you know what I mean? Like my English teacher, junior high, and he sounds young. But obviously Infinite was before this, and in Infinite, he sounded older. So maybe his alter ego is just sort of like stuck in the past. Slim Shady, his alter ego, maybe he's just stuck in the past. And he is like a crazed fucking teenager. And that's why he's talking about flashing a bartender and sticking his dick in the tip cup. Why would you? Why would you?
Blast the bartender and suck my dick in a tip cup. Extraterrestrial, running over pedestrians in a spaceship while they screaming at me. Let's just be friends! 99% of my life I was lied to.
Pedestrians, let's just be friends. I like how he did that. Pedestrians, let's just be friends. Because pedestrians doesn't rhyme with extraterrestrial, so I wondered where he was going with it.
Blast the bartender and suck my dick in a tip cup. Extraterrestrial, running over pedestrians in a spaceship while they screaming at me. Let's just be friends! 99% of my life I was lied to. I just found out my mom does more dope than I do. I told her I'd grow up to be a famous rapper, make a record about doing drugs and name it after. You know you blew up when the women rush your stands, try to touch your hands like some screaming Usher fans.
Usher!
So ask for my autograph, so I signed it. Dear Dave, thanks for the support, asshole. Hi, my name is Slim Shady. Hi, my name is
That's fire! So he's saying my name is Slim Shady. So all of these things that he's saying, that he, like, oh, which Spice Girl I want to impregnate, a lot of this stuff is sounding juvenile. So his alter ego Slim Shady genuinely is like juvenile in the head. Boy! And if he's seen some stuff when he was young, like his mum doing drugs and that, if he's seen that, because he said, so I signed it, Dear Dave, thanks for the support, asshole. Hi, my name is, like, I'm Slim Shady. Slim Shady would say, thanks for the support, asshole. Slim Shady would say that. Eminem, or his real name, keep forgetting it, Eminem would probably be nice and just sign the autograph. Do you know what I mean? But Slim Shady, there's a little Slim Shady in his head, bro, going, nope. Going, all right, I'll sign it, but asshole at the end. Why are you stopping me doing whatever he's doing? Oh, well, he was at White Castle, and I've seen Harold and Kumar, so I know what White Castle is. Usher fans as well, so this must... Was Usher around in the 90s? Was he? I think maybe the first Usher song I heard was, Yeah, with Lil Jon.
You know you blew up when the women
We've
rush
got
your
so
stands,
long left.
try to touch your hands like some screaming Usher fans.
2 verses.
Guy White Castle asked for my autograph, so I signed it. Dear Dave, thanks for the support, asshole. Hi, my name is Slim Shady. 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 Stop the tape. This kid needs to be locked away. Get him! Dr. Dre, don't just stand there.
This kid.
Operate. I'm not ready to leave. It's too scary to die. I'll have to be carried inside the cemetery and buried alive.
Oh!
Am I coming or going?
He was so slow with that. It's too scary to die. He was so slow with that. I'll have to be carried inside the cemetery and buried alive. Scary to die. I love the fact that he did the scary to die, and then the next 2 rhyming syllables were from the scary part. The to die didn't come until the end. I have to be carried inside the cemetery and buried alive. What was that? Operate? Buried alive, scary to die. So scary to die and buried alive were the 2. Oh no, because barely decide. Dare me to why am I reading ahead? Oh, that little I'm not ready to leave, it's too scary to die. That was almost like laboured. Like he was not slurring through it, but he could have added more syllables there, because he's there's a reason for everything.
My name is My name is Slim Shady. Stop the tape. This kid needs to be locked away. Get him! Dr. Dre, don't just stand there. Operate. I'm not ready to leave. It's too scary to die. I'll have to be carried inside the cemetery and buried alive. Am I
The fact that it was the A B B A, but the A is separate. BBA is all in one line. because of the compound rhyming syllables. BBA is inside of one. So it's A, BBA. And then I don't even know what's going to happen next, but hopefully BBA again.
Stop the tape. This kid needs to be locked away. Get him! Dr. Dre, don't just stand there, operate. I'm not ready to leave. It's too scary to die. I'll have to be carried inside the cemetery and buried alive. Am I coming or going? I can barely decide. I just drank and fit the vodka. Dare me to drive? Go ahead. All my life I was very deprived. I ain't had a woman in years, and my palms are too hairy to hide. Clothes ripped like the Incredible Hulk. I spit when I talk. I fuck anything that walks. Come here. When I was little, I used to get so hungry I would throw fits. How you gonna breastfeed me, mom? You ain't got no tits. I lay awake and strap myself in the bed with a bulletproof vest on and shoot myself in the head.
With a bulletproof vest on and shoot myself in the head. That's crazy. Like, maybe that's a metaphor for, like, I had all the tools, I just didn't know how to use them. As if you did, I'll be honest, you put that bulletproof vest over your head, you shoot yourself all you want. How you gonna breastfeed me, mum? You ain't got no tits. That's crazy. I used to get so hungry I would throw fits. Damn.
How you gonna breastfeed me, mom? You ain't got no tits. I lay awake and strap myself in the bed with a bulletproof vest on and shoot myself in the head. Bang! Steaming mad. And by the way, when you see my dad, tell him that I slit his throat in this dream I had. Hi, my name is. My name is. My name is.
Bro, I'm gonna relate.
My name is. My name is.
Slim Shady.
My name is. My name is. My name is. Slim Shady. My name is. My name is. My name is. Slim Shady.
I really like this beat. Thanks for... You're welcome. I really wanted to whack it anyway. Thanks for whacking. Didn't even touch my penis once. Don't assume things. What do you say at the end? By the way, when you see my dad, tell him I slit his throat. Tell him that I slit his throat in this dream I had. And by the way, when you see my dad, tell him that I slit his throat in this dream I had. Oh, some of the rhymes are so nice. It's conversational. Do you know what I mean? I used to get so hungry I would throw fits. How you gonna breastfeed me, mum? You ain't got no tits. It's so conversational. This is exactly how you would talk. There's no filler. There's no reaching. There's no words that are used in a way that you wouldn't say them. He's literally just saying what he means. There's such an important part of rap that so many people miss. They'll miss out entire words just so that the syllables fit the line. Like, Rev, write something else. It's important. He knows this. That was crazy. I've definitely heard this before, but I've never heard it before. Do you know what I mean? This is like that, what was that Linkin Park one? In the End. In the end. I'd heard it, but I'd never heard it. Do you know what I mean? And again, there's no way that you could say, tell him that I slit his throat in this dream I had. There's no way that you could say that. So I don't know. There's no way. But I related a lot to this, especially, you know, him talking about the things that he would do as a kid and the way that he would feel. And with this song being called My Name Is Slim Shady, I genuinely think that it's like a juvenile part of him that almost like a scapegoat, you know, he can say whatever he wants and be like, yeah, but it's Slim Shady. I wouldn't say that. I'm a grown man. This is the old me, you know. I'm still in touch with him up here. It's the old me. Damn. Well, next one coming up just for you. Let's go.